Hi people, today I will explain about process, service, unit file, systemd and how to debug logs and how to check logs and what is a process, how to check process, how to check systemctl, how to use systemctl command. So I will go deep into every topic. Process. A process is an instance of a program. What is a program? A program is a file in a disk. For example, a file path like /c/bin/python is there. If I execute Python in my terminal, the program will execute in the background at /c/bin/python place. Essentially, a process is an instance of a program. It means it is a file that creates a program. A program is a process. For a program in memory, it creates a process ID, parent process ID, user, network, and with C groups, resources, disk and RAM. A single process is containerized with all these things to separate from other processes because of any disaster recovery or because of any errors. Sorry, it is not disaster recovery. If a process got any error, it is stuck due to any network configuration. It doesn't affect any other process in the memory. That's why a process will be containerized with the whatever the needs it needed. To list and view processes of a system, there are multiple commands. For example, ps. ps means in simply process. It will list all the processes. ps aux, ps aux. It means a list all processes for the all users. User list processes run by the users and the owners. X list all processes on the system. Next, ps aux pipe symbol head -n 10. This command will particularly use to list the starting 10 processes, or by using tail command it will list last 10 processes. Service. Service. A service is a long running process in the background. When the system starts or during the booting process, a lot of services are kicked up by the booting or the system. A service is started by using the unit file. It runs in the background continuously from the system open to system shutdown. A service runs continuously in the background. We use systemctl command to use the order to know about the services running in the background. Commands like sudo systemctl start, sudo systemctl stop, sudo systemctl restart, sudo systemctl status, sudo systemctl enable, sudo systemctl disable. These are the most important commands that we use familiar, and we need to excel in these commands to know the process, to know the status of the service. A systemctl command is used to continuously monitor the services running in the background. It can start the service, stop the service, it can know the status of the service. Systemctl is a tool which communicates with the services. system D. System D is a daemon. System D is a process ID. It is a parent process. It is a service manager. A system D is the parent process because it will initiated by the OS. It means kernel. A system D can monitor everything on the system, it controls everything, and it can view, list, delete, can everything. A system D set up the network configuration. A system D initializes the services. It have multiple dot targets to initialize the services running in the background to run in the background. Targets like network.target, SSH.target, multiple user.target. These targets trigger the services like unit files, nginx.service, ssh.service, docker.service, kubernetes.service. There are multiple services are running in the background. These services are started by the system D during the booting process. Earlier we used the init as the process ID 1. In modern Linux we use system D. Unit file. To start a service, stop, restart, monitor, to restart it again, to know the status. Everything is configured in a unit file. A unit file is a configurations of a service. When to start, where to start, what to start, how to debug. Everything is configured and everything is set up in a file which is called unit file. By using commands like sudo systemctl start, sudo systemctl stop, sudo systemctl status. For example, let us take a nginx.service. Nginx.service means it is a unit file used to start the service by the system D. So when we run commands like sudo systemctl start, sudo systemctl stop, it will actually communicate with the nginx.service. Commands like sudo systemctl start nginx, sudo systemctl stop nginx, sudo systemctl status nginx. It will start the service file. It will start the service by knowing the configurations. Difference between systemctl and PS or PS tree. A systemctl command is used to monitor and to know the status of the background process. A PS is used to list the process, to know the particular process, to interact with particular process. There is a kill command. A kill command is used to kill the particular process. But a systemctl is a tool which is which can monitor, which can restart, which can stop, which can start the services running in the background. To start a service in the background, we use systemctl command. A systemctl is particularly designed for background process to communicate with the daemon, to communicate with the daemon process. But a PS, kill, PS tree, top, htop, this will list the processes running in the background on the terminal, but they do not communicate with the daemon process like nginx.service, ssh.service. Finally, how to list logs and how to debug process. So, there is a tool in modern Linux called journal D. A journal D is a tool used to monitor, used to check the logs of a process. Sudo systemctl journalctl -u nginx. Sudo systemctl -u nginx -f will list all the logs. Thank you for today.